Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be talking about my tech teacher from 8th grade. Now, I postponed this video until now because I recently graduated 8th grade and I am going into 9th grade. So they can no longer get me and molest me or something if they find out. I'd also like to mention that this is the first ever story time with Piglet. Woo! Don't expect these often though because my life is usually not interesting enough to make videos on. Now, for this story time, like I said, I would like to talk about my 8th grade tech teacher. For the purpose of the video, we'll call her Miss Faminport. We also don't have one big story. More so, a couple of smaller stories because Miss Faminport was really weird. So I'll start off with some of the smaller bits, saving the bestest for last. Now, for the first thing, I want you to visualize 5 papers with work on them. Maybe math, maybe science. Now they're all stapled together. Still staple in the corner. What do you call that? Most likely you said packet. Packet. If you said packet, though, you're wrong according to Miss Faminport. She would call them packages. Packages. She did that all year, and it wasn't pronunciation. When we had work on the computer, she would type package, like in the file name. For the next story, we move to the setting of watching a boring, in-depth video on our current engineering package. Suddenly, Miss Faminport walks out from behind her desk and my friends start laughing. I look at him a bit confused and he tells me to look at her feet. I look and this lady is dead ass not wearing shoes. I don't know why it's so funny, but it was really funny. It was the funniest thing ever. Oh, she also didn't wear shoes the rest of the day. For our third story, we have something that I think is breaking at school, but hell, I don't know. So one day we were walking into class, and I was walking to my seat when my friend told me to look at Miss Faminport's computer. She's still outside, so I look and I see her on Kohl's.com shopping for shoes. Our class was second period, and I know she has a first period, so this lady was shopping for shoes during her first period class. Also, about the rule thing, I think you aren't allowed to shop using school computers, so at one time I almost ordered a mouse using one. Could have gotten in trouble. Next up, for a smaller story, almost the entire year, she called two of my friends by their last names. I don't know why, but it was really funny. Just a small story. The next story is a bit nasty. It'll cover your ears if you don't like nasty things. So this one time, my friend was going up to her desk to get a new package, and when he got up to her desk, she was eating a bag of barbecue chips. First off, Miss Faminport was eating all loud and nasty. Then, when he asked for a new package, she reached for and typed on her keyboard and mouse with her nasty chip dust fingers. And if that's not nasty enough, she also reached up and licked the chip dust off her fingers. Ugh. You can uncover your ears now. Next up on the mat is her choice in music. So one day we walk into class with a familiar song playing. Now what could it be, we thought, until one of my friends figured out. It was Kelpie G on a 6-hour loop. You know that guy from SpongeBob who went, you know him? Yeah, we also saw on her computer screen a picture of Kelpie G on the song. So she dead ass knew it from SpongeBob. Now for our second to last story, we have a good one. One day during class, when she was directly teaching us, her phone rang. A very common occurrence. But this time she looked at it and accepted the FaceTime call. And now she was teaching the class with somebody on FaceTime in the background. And then a couple minutes passed, and the class and Miss Faminport went silent for some reason. I don't know, maybe we were talking or something. The only thing you could hear, but we were silent. The only thing you could hear was smacking and grunting from her phone. I'm not making this jaunt up. It sounded like some adult activity was taking place. Now, to end the smaller stories, I like to give one of her most famous quotes and my best impression of her. Engineers are not made, they are born. Alrighty, now we have the bigger stories. This is some of the more impactful or long lasting events in the class. Now, for the first story, I would like to start with a question. Has food of yours ever been stolen? Hello, food. Miss Faminport has, apparently. This story spans 2 days, just to let you know. So the first day is normal. Only one strange thing happens. As I'm walking in to throw a piece of paper away, like walking up to the front bastard desk, and so the classroom has like tables next to her desk. I pass a table with 2 school cinnamon buns, like the ones they give out at the school breakfast. And now I won't lie, I was thinking of taking one, but I didn't. I'm a good Samaritan. So then the next day comes, and a student we will be calling Jason walks into class. As he takes his seat, he is immediately called over by Miss Fabenport. She then asks him, and I quote, "Jason, why'd you steal my honey bun?" He says he didn't do it, to which she replies, "Ooh, Jason, I know you stole my honey bun. Where is it?" Now, I don't know if he ever stole the honey bun or not, and the world may never know either. I don't even know where the honey bun was. As far as I'm concerned, it was school cinnamon buns. Only Jason knows. So for our next story, we have a bit of a made up one, but it was a kind of idea we had that was funny, me and my friends. So for context, we had a kid in our class we will be calling Danny in this video. Now Danny is one of the better kids in his class, and he's Miss Faminport's favorite student. She always had him running papers and passing things out and stuff like that. So one story we kind of made up is that Miss Faminport kidnapped Danny's family. We still have no idea where his family is, but we said that she used the threat of harming his family to turn Danny into like a slave. That doesn't work. Now, if he didn't help Miss Faminport when she asked, his family would be harmed. We also had kind of like spin-off renditions, I guess, with his family going on, with his dad going on Family Feud to fight for their freedom. Now, segueing right off of kidnapping families is our next story. Again, for more context, since it was a tech engineering classroom, there was a big back room with tools and materials and such. But there was an especially big cabinet that was usually locked, and it has a ton of sharp tools in it, saws, drills, stuff like that. But again, segueing off the kidnapping, Danny's family. We said that the cabinet was her torture chamber, and that she would torture Danny's family with the sharp objects in the cabinet. Whew. Also, they were like lovers. Next up, we have the time where my friend blurred her projector. Now, Miss Faminport got angry and stalked over to our computers. "Who blurred the projector?" she asked. Nobody would say anything. Then she said one of my favorite quotes ever from her. And I quote, "Y'all gonna be looking crazy at Joaquin Meals. The upperclassmen gonna get you." Now, first off, she said we look crazy for blurring a projector. Yep, real crazy. Second, she pretty much threatened us by saying the upperclassmen would get us. I could just imagine her like calling up like the upperclassmen and telling them to like beat us up if we look crazy. Now, for the final story, we have the time she almost actually took her bullcrap to administration. So for context, our class used Google Classroom to turn in computer work. She did not disable comments, so we could leave class comments. If you're familiar with Google Classroom, you can leave comments on assignments and such. Public comments, anyone can see. So one day, my friend was off his computer, so I went to Classroom and typed something in the class comments. I'll tell you what it is later. We both saw and laughed because it was funny. About a week or two later, she replied to the comment in Classroom by saying, and I kid you not, "I have forwarded these inappropriate messages to administration. This comment is directed to blank," fill in blank with my friend's real name, "and you have the message." Now notice the grammar error at the beginning. I've been forwarded to administration. See that? Get it? Okay. I have forwarded these messages. Okay, never mind. Okay, so funny meme, alright? Now what could have been so bad that I typed to have been forwarded to administration? Now I'll type it on screen in case you can't comprehend the sheer horror of the message. The message read, "Lamau." That's it. Lamau. An acronym standing for laughing my ass off. It contains the least bad word. I wouldn't even consider it a bad word. And now Miss Faminport also emailed my friend's parents about it, saying it was a disturbing comment. Disturbing. So that's all I have for today. Hope you all enjoyed Storytime with Piglet. If you want more, I might be able to scrap something together. So hit that like. Let me know you want more. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Just gotta wait a couple more seconds so the video gets 10 minutes. Y'all played Brawl Stars? It's fun. Fun new Supercell game. Alright, 10 minutes. Bye, guys.